Yo, what's up world? It is your boy Philosopher here, about to make a video for you guys. This one is for Americans, Russians, and especially Ukrainians. I think a lot of Ukrainians will hate me for this video. A lot of Ukrainians will be mad at me for this video. Russians probably won't care. But I just have to be honest, and I need you guys to understand something, because a lot of times something may sound good, but it doesn't mean it's good, and it doesn't mean it's likely to happen. I just want to explain this to you guys so you don't get your hopes up, because a lot of people are really counting on this thing to happen, but I just want to explain to you. And before I go further, if you play Xbox on Xbox One, if you play Xbox One, Call of Duty, or Titanfall, be sure to add me, Philochko, on Xbox Live, and we'll start playing. You know, I don't play online yet, but give another 24 hours, I'll start playing online, so just add me now. But other than that, I'm going to speak about the whole situation that a lot of Ukrainians feel that it's not fair that Americans can go to Ukraine without a visa, but Ukrainians can't go to America without a visa. They feel it's not fair. Now, pay attention. I hope you understand English. In this video, I'm not speaking about whether or not Ukraine should be allowed to come without a visa. I'm specifically attacking the statement that it's not fair. You understand? A lot of people say it's not fair. And that is what I don't agree with. And I'm going to tell you now. So, if Ukraine tomorrow happen, if America decides that Ukrainians can go to America without visas, okay. I'm not complaining about that. I'm only mentioning the whole it's not fair part, because that is what doesn't make sense, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, first of all, just logically, just thinking logically, which people go to the other country more per percentage of the population? More Americans go to Ukraine, or do more Ukrainians go to America? That's one. Two, how many more illegal people do you have in which country? Are there more illegal Americans in Ukraine per percentage of the country of America, or are there more illegal Ukrainians in America per percentage in comparison to their country? Which has more? Well, if you don't know the answer, you're crazy. America has a whole lot more Ukrainians, legal and illegal, than Ukraine will probably ever have Americans. So that's why the whole notion saying it's not fair doesn't make sense. The reason why we don't need visas to go to Ukraine is because Americans don't go to Ukraine. Most Americans didn't even know what Ukraine was till like 6 months ago. Americans don't go to Ukraine. Sure, they may visit, but at a very small percentage. And it's even way smaller when you talk about Americans who live in Ukraine. It's so small. It's very small. If I could tell you all the Ukrainians who came recently, past 20 years, who live in America, I'd be here all day. You understand? That's why it is fair that we don't need to want to go there, because we generally don't go there. You know, per percentage of the population, we don't go to Ukraine. It's just how it is. I've always wanted to go to Ukraine. That's my dream, but I'm the only one. I've never met another American who's like, yeah, I'd love to go to Ukraine. I've never heard it. But in Ukraine, I've heard a lot of times from Ukrainian people, I'd love to go to America. It's different. So it's more about the demand, how much something's in demand. Going to America is way more in demand. Going to America from Ukraine is way more in demand than going from America to Ukraine. It's way more in demand. One side wants to go to the other side way more than the other side wants to go to the other side. Now, I'm not saying every Ukrainian wants to go to America. I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying every Ukrainian cares about America. I'm not saying that either. But I'm saying, when you're saying it's not fair that Americans don't need a visa, you're crazy. You don't understand about demand. You have to understand demand here. If Ukraine, I can understand, this is the only way it wouldn't be fair. If Ukrainians went to America as much as Americans went to Ukraine, if Ukrainians went to America the same amount as Americans went to Ukraine, then it wouldn't be fair. Why do you need a visa and we don't? We're both seeing each other the same amount. But that's not what's happening. There's a whole more this, like a bunch of people, and just a little bit of this sometimes. And then this always comes home. And I'm not being mean, I'm just being real. You know, I'm a real person. I know many Ukrainians here who stayed illegally and then got married and did all these things. It's real life situation. I mean, of course you guys know I would love if Ukrainians didn't need a visa. I'd be flying people here right now with my own money. I'd be flying people here right now with my own money. One guy and a bunch of girls. There's only one guy I know from Ukraine that I'd fly here with my own money. If he didn't need a visa, he's like, come on, he'd be here with me if he wanted to. But other than that, no, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just, it is fair because of the demand. Now, let's get on to, will this happen? I don't think that's going to happen. And if you want to be mad at someone that it won't happen, don't be mad at me. Who you need to be mad at are all those Ukrainians who came before you and stayed illegally. That's why it's harder for you guys to come here. Because there's a lot of people who come here and stay illegally. And the more that happens, the less are the odds of you getting a visa. We have a lot. We have a lot. Russian too, of course. But we have a lot. You understand? So I'm not saying all Ukrainians come here illegally. I'm saying we do have illegal Ukrainians here. At a decent amount. A whole lot more than you have illegal Americans in Ukraine. A whole lot more. I've never been an illegal American in Russia. I just forgot to register. Like twice I forgot to register. 3 times I forgot to register. But I had a visa. I didn't extend my visa. I came home. I had 2 weeks left to my 6-month stay in my visa before I left. So if I would have stayed 2 weeks more, I would have been illegal. But I left. And it's very uncommon to find an illegal American in Russia unless they're a criminal. I said, I'm not a criminal, so I came home, and and that's really it. I hope you guys understand it. I hope you don't think I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I just want you to understand that odds are it won't happen, and it is fair. Just understand it is fair, okay? And that's it, people. You guys know I love you. You guys know I'd love to see you all here if you wanted to be here. I'd love to go to your country, but right now, I'm not going there. I remember when I was in Kazan, I saw the Russian army mobilizing. I'm not going to Ukraine. I don't know when it'll be safe to go to Ukraine. I can't believe this is all happening so fast over there too. And that's basically it. I'm out. Don't kill me. Later.